and welcome to Meet Her. This is the podcast where we talk about all of the amazing women in West Michigan running tech teams, disrupting tech, just doing great things in general. My name is Jen Wangler, and I'm the Vice President of Technology for The Right Place. I also lead a local industry council called the Technology Council of West Michigan. I am so excited for our guest today. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, so glad to be here.
Yeah.
So let's do a round robin of introductions before we get into it. Erika, you want to lead?
Yes, Erika Plunkett. I'm an international co-founder and executive director and founder of Grand Rapids Giving Day.
Right. And I'm Whitney Allred. I have a social media management and consultancy business, Whitmarie Media, on the advisory board and helping with Grand Rapids Giving Day.
And Corey Hart, I work as a chapter director for Startup Grind Grand Rapids, where we love to support the ecosystem and entrepreneurs, be an ally for women entrepreneurs especially. Then also Midwest House, which you may know of. And finally, Mentavi Health, just recently joined that team.
Great company.
Yeah.
So we are here today to talk about Grand Rapids' first ever Giving Day.
Mm-hmm.
So excited. I think we talked about it earlier, Whitney. It's not just an event, it's actually a movement.
Mm-hmm.
And so Erika, for the audience, for those that haven't heard about it, give us an overview of what Giving Day is and what inspired you to start it.
So Giving Tuesday is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Every year, it's a huge push globally for donations for nonprofits to really increase that year-end giving. And it's something I've been a part of for over 10 years, different Giving Tuesday campaigns. I actually love Giving Tuesday. It's one of my favorite days of the year because it's just solely focused on generosity. And you see what the power and the impact is when people are just open-handed and giving. And what that actually does for them, I think, is greater than what they give, honestly. I think that how they feel, how an individual feels when they give and support something greater than themselves, it creates this whole snowball effect of goodness and love and all the things we want to feel. So I love Giving Tuesday, and I've always wanted to do something collaborative. Last year, Array of Engineers, they had a breakfast, Stacy Paul with Dr. Kelly talking about STEM Greenhouse. You were there.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I was like, ladies, what if we do something bigger next year?
Yeah.
And because the three of you were like, yes, you do it, we're behind you, I had the courage to step out. Amazing team came alongside and could not do any of it without this amazing team we have. And so it's just blossomed into this citywide giving day called Grand Rapids Giving Day.
Yeah. So Whitney, I know that you have been behind the scenes doing really important work and kind of getting the promotion set up. Can you talk a little bit? What are you most excited about with Giving Day? What do you want to highlight?
Yeah, absolutely. It was amazing when Erika came to me with this idea, especially being new to Grand Rapids here a year now.
Yeah.
But just the buzz of everything going on and then the different silos of people. We've connected these 50 nonprofits, and we've been doing these meetups to provide resources for them, marketing resources, also so that they can do their own promotions for their fundraising efforts for Grand Rapids Giving Day. And so many of them don't even know each other.
Yeah.
Like watching the connection between these really amazing women doing this empowering work and watching them be like, oh my gosh, we can connect and make this even better. Like there's a need for this. And I have these connections for, it's been just really, really cool to see that. And I'm just really excited that we're putting on this really epic in-person event that brings the whole community together. So it really brings resources to these nonprofits because it'll be a whole nonprofit expo, really fun, food, music, just I think it'll be a really great day of networking and people connecting the resources because that's like the best thing that you can have is a great network, right?
Yeah, right. Absolutely. It's so important. I think we talk about that all the time, that your network really is the backbone, everything that you do personally and professionally. Let's talk about the pitch competition. I'm really excited about that. Corey, can you tell us a little bit more?
Sure. Yeah, it was really great to be reached out by Erika to participate and help out. The social enterprise pitch, really want to focus attention on the fact that you don't have to just be a philanthropist or in philanthropy or have a nonprofit to contribute and do good.
Yeah.
And one of Startup Grind's values is do good. Another one's help others. And the other one's like give first. And so when she asks, the answer is always yes. And so we had a good brainstorming session on how to do this. And yeah, we've collected submissions from 36 social enterprises, a mix of for-profit and nonprofit. And we're excited to be announcing the 15 finalists, and we'll have 5 presenting on stage.
Oh, wow. So exciting. And then tell me at the end of the day, what is the prize? What do they walk away with then?
So Fifth Third, great partner of ours for this endeavor. They awarded $10,000 for the social enterprise pitch. So those funds are going to be delivered to each of the ideas according to the judges. So they're going to have some different ways that they'll distribute the money, but it'll be a combination of different amounts depending on the idea or what the judges decide. So everyone will walk away with something.
Excellent. That's awesome. So Corey, tell me a little bit more about Mentavi Health and how they're coming to the table. I love your comment around you don't just have to be, philanthropic focused to give back and support. I happen to think that we have an amazing private community here that does a lot through their time, talent, treasures. But can you talk a little bit more from a Mentavi Health standpoint?
Yeah, well, Mentavi was born from this ecosystem, supported largely by the ecosystem. It's led by someone who really is really an advocate for ecosystem support. That's Keith Brophy, the CEO right now. And
he's a legend.
And when there's someone like me, and I just love to say yes to anything I possibly can, I look for any opportunity to find a way to give.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much to talk to leadership at Mentavi and say, hey, how can we be involved? How can we give? And so they've committed for everyone that wants to begin the stewardship of their mental wellness. We have a brand new tool that we just released. When they use the code GR Giving Day, we'll donate $10 to GR Giving Day.
That's awesome.
It's incredible.
That's awesome. Yeah. And, we started this quite a while ago, Erika. We attended a trip in Austin, Texas, Midwest House, and met a couple of folks there that were doing this work in Austin. And that inspired you to think about what you could do here locally. So talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, that's such an important part of the journey. So we went, thanks to Midwest House, bringing people together at South by Southwest. Yeah. And of course, Corey was there. That's where I met Whitney, which it's so cool how we are all in Grand Rapids, but I met so many people from Grand Rapids in Austin. But yeah, I just happened to compliment a pair of boots. Whitney has some amazing boots on today. Can't see them, but they're really cute. And I complimented some boots and it started a conversation. And this person, lo and behold, is one of the founding women of the 7-woman team that started Amplify Austin like 8 years ago. And so it's Chelsea Toller, Paris Tingley, and then Celeste Flores. I've gotten more connected with her as well from Giving Tuesday. And they've been great mentors and support for us putting this together and really seeing how they modeled it there. And just having that, that support on the other end saying, okay, this is what you should do, probably avoid this. Just that has been such a great resource. And it's all because, we have this tech ecosystem here that is expanding throughout the nation that's allowed these connections to happen. And I hear that's the magic of South by Southwest. It was my first one, but I'll be back for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you just get a broad perspective and you get to meet. I always say you travel to Texas to meet people in Michigan that you should have met a long time ago, but so it goes. When I do these talks quite often around town and we talk about, launching a product or a service or anything that's new, we often start with kind of who can we draw in as an advisory council, as a trusted circle to help us move the needle. Yeah. You have such a great story, Erika, and you did that right away. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, honestly, it was thanks to your work, Jen. It's all the ladies in the circle, the coffee circle, and Whitney's gotten pulled into that too. And go beyond, having that network of women that are so supportive and really just want to see each other win and willing to help, like honestly, like to come to the table and help. And that's how we created the advisory board. And Whitney and I, we started it together. And next thing we know, we've got these rock star women. We were all together yesterday.
Amazing.
And we have the best time together. And I don't know, my daughter, she's been helping, and she's so inspired by all the women that are involved. And Corey, we don't want to forget Corey. He's our rock star man that's, helping so much. And honestly, I do want to say too, like Startup Grind has been a partner and a supportive AMA for 6 years. Yeah. Something like that.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Yes. And it's that faithful support and partnership that allows us to continue to grow.
Yeah.
When people are in it for the long haul and are like, yes, we want to do good in the world and work together to do that. And so institutions like these make that possible.
Yeah. Well, and when you're looking at building that trusted circle, that advisory team, right, you have to look for people with, very levels of expertise and networks and to be strategic about it. So while you said the circle was around you, you had to be very strategic, right, about kind of who do we need that has media experience and that has a voice in the community that can help drive things forward. And Corey, I love the work that you're doing with Startup Grind and with, in the private community. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Well, yeah, Startup Grind's real strength is the connectivity we have to other chapters around the world. It's a global organization with 5.5 million members. And there's a big gap in tech. And we work really hard across the planet to close that gap. And any opportunity we can do that on a local level, we're encouraged to do so.
Sure.
We're empowered to really benefit our local ecosystems the best way we know how.
Yeah.
And so like when Whitney speaks about, the silos that we have that are created from various systemic reasons, we get to do whatever we can just to reach across and start shaking hands, introduce people, make connections. And when the connections here locally aren't enough, then we can make regional ones, national ones, international ones.
Yeah. So talk to me more about those gaps that you're seeing.
Well, gender, parity, health, race.
Yeah.
It's and this region in Michigan is we're a tough spot with a tough history.
Yeah.
And so any opportunity to show up, it's really important to do so.
Absolutely. Well, and to, to find those advocates that will stand behind you and kind of walk the journey with you.
It's also about like leading by example. So, it's important for people that look like me to see me showing up for, women and others. So
important.
Yep. If you can see it, you can be it. So to demonstrate that. Whitney, you moved back recently. What did you do before you moved back here, and how has the transition to Michigan gone?
Yeah, well, I'm actually brand new to Michigan, like a year here. I was visiting before because it's Corey that brought me here. And then also I've been so lucky to have been, have met Erika and you, Jen, and so many people like Ted from Midwest House, all at Midwest House. So it's like when I came to Michigan, it felt like I already had a community, and it's been so warm and welcoming, and it's been really amazing, yes, to not only see examples like Corey be allies, right, to us women, but us women having each other's backs, where it's, there's so many places in the United States or in, just in society in general where women are sort of against each other, pinned against each other, right? Or there's only one seat at the table. So how do we create more seats at the table? Yeah. And that's through as well doing work like empowering nonprofits with funding from the community, really showing up for these nonprofits that are doing the work and creating this environment that really sustains yet not for profit or, or for profit businesses, pardon me. Yeah. But, so it's like I see like the energy that's here, and it's been really neat to have the new eyes because I'm originally from the West Coast, moved here from San Diego. And so being someone new with new eyes here, I see the collaboration that is building.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It really is. It's West Michigan is a special place. There really is this rising tides mentality that we have here. I talk about just the fact that there's this thriving tech council of 70 CEOs, and I have people all over the country there that come and ask, they're like, how did you build that? And how do you keep it going? They said, we started it. We tried it for a little while, and then it just fizzled. And, my response is really, I think, West Michigan is big, but we're not too big, right? We don't have the egos in the room. Everybody just wants to be there to see each other succeed and support and partner where they can. And so it really is a special place right now.
Yeah, Michigan's a cool spot. And to see all the collaboration happening and all the attention we're getting for all the great work it's like it's the 20-year overnight success story, right? And we have the mayor of San Francisco looking at Detroit being like, how did you do that?
Right.
And Grand Rapids, our turnaround is incredible with a lot of new opportunities coming downtown, and
absolutely.
so it's cool to see.
Yeah, we at the right place. We talk about the 3 pillars, right? People, place, prosperity, all super crucial to making sure that the complete hub is there. So what else do you want people to know? What's next for Giving Day? I mean, you're getting close. I mean, what do you need? What other support and tools do you need?
Well, we want people to register. So get registered so we know you're coming, so we can plan for you. We're going to have, throughout the day, we'll have lunch. We'll have like a happy hour time. We've got a panel that's happening in the afternoon at 3:30 that you're a part of, Jen, and a few other amazing people in the community. And then we have the social enterprise pitch that happens at 6. So there's a lot happening throughout the day, and we just want people to register. It's $3 to register. We did that specifically because Alma's giving campaign has been Give 3 for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's a very, it's a tangible amount. It's something small, but it gets you at least skin in the game. Like, yes, I'm going to give $3. I'll be there. And then if you're not able to make it, you've still made a contribution. But we want people to register so that we know that they're coming, and just saying, yes, I'm going to raise a hand and say, I support this. I'm involved. I care about Giving Day. I care about these 50 nonprofits. And all of those funds will be shared. All of those funds that come into the collective pool will be shared with all the 50 nonprofits.
That's so cool. And you had talked about that you're already starting to see some inquiries come in for next year.
Yes, we have a wait list.
Okay.
We have a list for next year. We have a form for any nonprofits that are interested. We've got several that are like, we want in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, we want you in. Like, this is not an exclusive thing.
Yeah.
We want as many people that we can handle and get support for to be a part of it, because it's the collective. And that's the story, is like how, if you can bring more people with more resources, more influence, more community members, it's only going to build. And that's what Austin has shown us. Like, they're at, I don't know, probably like close to 15 million now that they raise every year with this effort. And they have about 700 nonprofits involved. And so you just see that power in numbers and that power in coming together. And you got to kind of remove the fear of, ooh, are we fighting for the same dollar? And it doesn't work that way. It's like the more you share, the more you're going to get. So, but I'd love to hear your thoughts too.
Yeah. So I do want to mention that $3 gets you access for the entire day. Very casual, like pop in whenever you want, because we know like 11 to 7, right? It's a long day.
Yeah.
And so it'll be a long day for our nonprofits that are going to be there all day, and they'll be having, their team. But yeah, absolutely. Like, come for what you're interested in, but be part of the inertia of making this a movement, right?
Yeah.
Because one thing that we have seen, and what I've seen kind of from the Midwest, is people want to see like the first time, go around, right? But then you miss the buzz. Like, come be part of it. Be part of starting it, you know? So, don't miss out. Don't miss the opportunity, and just show up however you can.
Yeah. Be an early adopter.
Exactly.
We're all early adopters, right?
Exactly.
And Montavi is such a great example of that, doing something so creative to support. And I just think that idea is just going to catch, and more places will do something similar. Last Mile Cafe is getting involved. They're doing a roundup campaign. We've got Broadway GR. They're giving cards out to their guests for Mamma Mia to write in acts of kindness to be a part of that movement. So we see like all these little ideas just spawning off of this that's creating such good, kind buzz.
Yeah, and you haven't touched some acts of kindness.
That's right. I know. I was like,
let's
my
talk
gosh,
about
how did we
that.
not?
Yes, let's talk.
Yeah, so that is also one of our goals for this, right? Is not only do we have the big goal, but also small goal of raising $250,000, for these nonprofits. Depends on how you look at it, right? We also are aiming to initiate 100,000 acts of kindness.
Okay.
And it's just starting them now, and we're developing a whole campaign to where we can track and share and build community throughout the year. So this is actually something that is building momentum starting now, to where next year will also be great.
Yeah. So needed today.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So quick recap. Grand Rapids Giving Day. Give us the date and the time, location, and how do people register or find out about it?
Yeah, so GRCCT 1530 Madison's, the 1530, they're hosting us. That's where it will be located. Starting at 11 o'clock, going until 7. You can see the whole agenda at grgivingday.com, where you can see where you might want to, take your time to come out. That's where you can also register. There's links to register, get involved, donate. So, yeah, and of course, you can email me, Erika@amawithoutborders.org, if you have questions, or if you're like, oh, I see this podcast and I want to sponsor. You can reach out to me, and we will gladly take your sponsorship to continue to empower the nonprofits.
Excellent. Okay. Well, friends, I have a rapid fire question for each one of you.
All right.
Fun.
So first one, we'll start with you, Erika.
Okay.
Favorite book?
Oh, man, there's so many. Oh, go to the next one.
Whitney.
I'll keep thinking.
Right?
I want to pick a good one.
Or maybe Corey, whoever wants to
Oh,
start.
favorite book is the question?
Yeah, favorite book.
You go, Corey.
Okay, well, it's How to Be Idle. I haven't read the whole thing yet.
Okay, but it's already your
It's really
favorite.
incredible. It's good.
Who's the author?
Atkinson, I think is his name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one. Scaling to Soul. Sharon Gilwater.
I have heard of that, but I have not read it.
So fun fact, she's coming to Grand Rapids, y'all.
How cool.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's
Stay
exciting.
to follow. But yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, so I think mine for these purposes, toxic charity is one that anytime we have a new board member or someone even getting involved in volunteering with AMA, I always buy them the book and send it to them, because it really, really unpacks how charity has been well-intended, but not always helpful and kind of hurtful, and how we can do this in a way that's ethical. And so that's one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
One that I always carry with me everywhere, that I always have, that I think is my deep, deep favorite, right, is The Alchemist. Definitely, I mean, love The Alchemist. I think there's a lot of deep meaning in a lot of different passages that people can take whatever they sort of need from it. Yeah. But what I just finished reading, which I'm obsessed with, is Revenge of the Tipping Point. Malcolm Gladwell. And I did, and Malcolm, and what he even said when he was here, right, with the right place for Grand Rapids Tech Week is, the potential of what Grand Rapids has. So
that's right. Yeah. Just one small step.
Yeah. It's great.
Erika, Whitney, Corey, it has been such a pleasure having you on and learning more about Giving Day. I'm all behind it. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll have to have you all on again next time afterwards. And then you can talk about your success.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
We will.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.